the Accra International Conference Center itself. There's some kind of exhibition that is going on, but the real event, is happening within, the main auditorium itself. I have a young, entrepreneur with me, John Armah. He's the CEO of the Orios Group. We know that the Prince of Wales is really interested in, young entrepreneurs. He's really interested in young people creating job and wealth for themselves. We know that the Princess Charity, the Princess Trust has actually created over 80,000, has helped young people to create over 80,000 jobs in the last 3 decades. And today, I'm sure, hopefully, you'll be giving the people gathered here some of the secrets, to wealth creation and an entrepreneurship. John Armah, you're welcome to join us.
Thank you, Marco.
Your expectations, even as we have the Prince of Wales, give us some tips and, some ideas.
Well, I think first of all, it's an honor to be here and to meet him. Secondly, if you look at the economic divide and you look at the African population, over 50% of us are youth. That brings us enormous challenges in unemployment. So how do we bridge the gap? If you look at Ghana, the national youth policy is very clear. 15 to 35 constitute youth, but the policy leading to an action plan details things that should affect youth: social housing, inclusion, financial inclusion, entrepreneurship development, job creation. These are the agenda of African governments, including our government as we speak. What the Prince, his visit will do for us is that it gives us opportunities to expand that base, to recognize more youth, and to bring to the fore issues around unemployment, but also the various innovations that many young people are championing in our continent and in the country. So like you said, at the foyer you see people like Isaac Sessi, who runs Grainmate. He introduced very fantastic innovation that allows you to measure the humidity of grains. You see Amin, who runs Zaco. They're using coconut to create charcoal, which burns less and reduces the emissions in terms of pollution in the economy. So generally, his visit, beyond inspiring many of us as young people, would bring the issues to the fore in terms of empowering more young people, those who are socially excluded, those who are marginalized, those who haven't had opportunities like we have had here. But it's incumbent on us as youth who are present here to go back, to share this inspiration with many of the youth who are in the hinterlands, who are in Upper West, Laura, elsewhere, to inspire them as to the hope that this generation has, the hope that this generation is brewing, the hope that we have in expanding the frontiers of economic development through entrepreneurship, which is what some of us are doing, and empowering many more young people to step up to the mandate and to listen to people like the Prince, like President Akufo-Addo, like John Dramani, who have set the pace towards an economic agenda that is real. But not until we grasp it, not until we understand the tenets of what it will take, personal development, focus, ethics, values, we won't get anywhere.
President Akufo-Addo has been talking a lot about entrepreneurship. And such that one of the ministries actually launched a campaign to get a lot of young people the opportunity, giving them, seed capital and all of that. You have been through it all as a young person.
Yes.
What really are the challenges? There are people who talk about even, rents.
Yes.
For spaces, yes. when they need a space, yes. to put up a business,
yes.
they cannot even afford the rent advance.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges?
Yes, I think largely if you look at entrepreneurship development in the country, the issues are one, capital. The issue is also about the structure and the quality of the ideas that we are bringing up as a country. It's also about, like you're saying, the infrastructure needs that we need, better internet, relatively cheaper internet, cheaper office spaces, co-working spaces. But while these are challenges that many entrepreneurs face, including sharing examples of case studies of failure rates, case studies of companies that have exited, who have gone through IPO, who are doing something genuine, we've got to look at it in the context of a policy action around that side. Many more young people want to see clear examples, which the UK provides in having advanced social housing, having improved indices around unemployment. That's what we want to see. So while these challenges exist, there are many more people who are doing better and showing what is possible. You take William Edem Senior, who runs Impact Hub in Ghana. You take Josiah, who runs iSpace. You take Andrew, who runs WorkShare. These are co-working spaces. What government must do is to ensure that they grow NEIP from what it exists now, simply as a mere fund, but can attract more funds, leveraging and attracting complementary financing, so they can then do quasi debt facilities. They can then purchase entrepreneurship development services for many youth. They are not doing that, and that's a challenge. So we can also create some sort of companies that have the potential to create exponential jobs. So it's not just funding everybody. But you can have targeted interventions that those entrepreneurs whose capacity, when scaled, can employ more people. That alone can reduce the unemployment gap that we face. But government must improve the capital space, government must improve the policy space, even in terms of attracting investor capital. But investors are not protected, so they don't want to come in the country. Business development services are at a low. So you see that there's an ongoing transformation at NBSSI to even support more through what we call the business advisory centers. If we can enhance that base, we can also bring in the informal sector into the formal economy. What it means is that advance advisory services to the small businesses, right? And you do that, have them registered. So instead of household enterprises, once they are registered, what you can do is also have them join cooperatives, and then the support can be more targeted than we've had.
I want to say a big thank you to you, John Armah, for joining us on the show. Thanks so much, John Armah. So you just heard from John Armah. He's a young entrepreneur. He's the CEO of the Orios Group. He's been through it all and has seen and has